Hea ki ngā tatauranga mō ia tauiwi ka toromi, tokorua ke ngā Maori ka toromi. Mai te tau 2005 ki te marama nei o pipiri o tēnei tau nei, ko tahi rau te kau ngā Maori I mate I roto I te wai. Ka tirohia atu e Marae Investigates, te puna kaukau o tētahi kura paku I rotorua, me te whakapai, kei reira, tētahi rongo wā.
The clock has started. This teenage boy is in trouble. His instinct is to hold in his breath.
It's a big day for Ōwhata Primary School in Rotorua. Their revamped pool is open for business. School trustees were forced to shift $220,000 from their maintenance budget to pay for the upgrade, because swimming lessons and school pools aren't funded by the Ministry of Education anymore.
At the time there'd been some research about drownings, especially around the lakes area here, and we decided that we had a good school pool and we were either going to scrap it or look at how much it was going to be to cover it so that it was in a controlled environment for teaching swimming. And looked at how much it was going to cost and talked to the Ministry of Education. They said we were allowed to use the money from our property grant as part of it, and away we went.
85% of the school roll are Māori, and other mainly Māori schools in the area will use the pool too, for 6 months of the year. Stiles says this pool will help them learn to swim, a vital skill when Māori are twice as likely to drown.
At 87 seconds, the boy can't hold his breath anymore. Drowning begins.
Water safety authorities say drowning deaths are declining, but so too are the swim and survival skill levels of New Zealand's children, which could result in more deaths in the future. In a place like Rotorua, with its 16 lakes, multiple rivers, streams and hot pools, water safety is paramount. It's a view shared by Commonwealth silver medalist Daniel Bell. He nearly drowned when he was a boy and wants to see all children not only compulsorily taught swimming in schools, but water survival skills too.
At the age of 9, almost died in the water, so I wouldn't want to put any other family through that. And to me, it's a huge deal for the younger kids to be confident in the water and the parents to be able to trust them, and especially in open water, not so much in pools because it's a lot more control, but with a lot of lakes and stuff around this area, to me it's a big deal.
Swimming New Zealand boss Mike Byrne says swimming should be compulsory and certified in schools. But it's not, and although 90% of primary schools are teaching swimming, many teachers aren't qualified to do it.
We also know, though, that out of that 90%, that 70% of the schools are using classroom teachers to deliver their Learn to Swim. And that's where Swimming New Zealand comes in, because a lot of the classroom teachers receive no formal training or qualifications in teaching swimming, and we're there as an organisation to help them and support them in teaching the kids Learn to Swim.
Either the larynx is closed and the boy's suffocating, or water is flooding his lungs.
New Zealand's Water Safety Authority, Matt Claridge, says it's not just teaching standards that are failing. Are you concerned about the overall swimming standards for New Zealand's children?
Yeah, look, New Zealand children on the whole can't and don't swim like they should. All New Zealand children should have a Learn to Swim and Survive experience. They should get at least 10 lessons a year or time in the water so they can swim and move 200 metres in the water by the time they're 12. It's a bigger issue for Māori than it is for Europeans.
Claridge says 83% of people who get private swimming lessons are Pākehā. 25%, or 1 in 4 people who die in the water, are Māori. But less than 6% of Water Safety New Zealand's $4 million budget is spent on Māori-specific initiatives.
There's interventions in place, but they don't receive the level of funding that they ideally would. You know, we've got a great contract with Te Puni Kōkiri to establish a national program with regional implementation, but we still don't have the funding to drive the regional implementation like we should. So it's about making a direct connection that's meaningful. We're going to work with Māori to achieve an outcome, and at the moment it's slow progress.
Māori are high risk because they use the water more in poorly supervised groups for recreation and food gathering. Claridge is taking some of the blame for not educating Māori enough on water safety. Could it be that Water Safety New Zealand are getting the messages wrong?
Possibly, yeah. And look, we've had a Māori water safety strategy for the last 6 or 7 years, and we've seen the drowning numbers decline. They are coming down. They're decreasing in the supervision issue area of preschool and the adolescents, but they're still problematic to a level that we think's not good enough. But we'd say, yeah, look, maybe they are too high, and that's why we're continuing to implement a new and evolved strategy for Māori water safety.
Half-conscious and weak from oxygen depletion, the boy's body is shutting down.
7 Māori drowned in the first 6 months of this year, 103 between 2004 and 2009. It's a serious threat, Claridge says we can't keep ignoring. It's not a priority for the government, so it's up to Māori communities and schools like Ōwhata to make a difference.
A swimming pool is a learning environment where kids are going to learn swim and survival skills, and it's a high priority. It's a skill that could save your life one day. So school's the ideal place where those skills are developed, and if schools had to juggle the books or juggle the funds to do it, then good on them, and hopefully a number of other schools will do the same.
The value of the pool for Ōwhata School is clear.
If you don't learn to swim, you can't go out on the water, and that's where the danger is. And there's mum and dads that can't swim, so you can help your kids. This is a stepping stone.
Why is it important to learn to swim?
Because as you are swimming, even if you don't know, that means you probably drown and something will happen to you.
Do you think it's important to know how to swim?
Yes.
Why?
You might drown and get stuck, and you might have no one to help you, so it's good to swim.
Water Safety New Zealand says water is fun, but enjoying it comes with a warning. If you haven't developed water skills as a child, chances are you will struggle to survive in the water later in life.
Only the brain is alive now. Its electrical pulse, the spark of life, is about to cease.
Hea ki ngā tatauranga o te wā, toko ono ngā tāngata I toromi I te marama kātahi tonu nei kātaha. Kei mā iko ngā whakaaro e te whānau, kia hiwara I ngā wā katoa, mēnā e tata ana koutou ki te wai.